What's going on, guys? Sticks here with the Token Minorities, bringing you another deck on Pokemon TCGO, and today I am bringing you another Beast Box deck, but instead of fighting like the last one was, this one is more centered around metal with the Dusk main Necrozma-GX as opposed to Buzzwole. And before I get into the deck, just a reminder that if you guys like this video or found it helpful, please leave a like, drop a comment, click that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton and lets us do more cool stuff for you guys. And also, if you are new to the channel, here at TTM we are a collaborative channel, so there is not only the TCG content, which is why you clicked on this video, we also have Draft League content from myself, Crobat for the win, and Jolt, as well as some other content occasionally from Maddie Brawlick. So if any of that interests you, please feel free to subscribe, and also check out our Discord. It will be linked in the description. We have channels for all aspects of Pokemon with the TCG, Smogon, and draft format. So if that interests you, please feel free to click on that, like I said, in the description below. And also, as for the question of the day, usually I try to make them pertinent to the deck in one way or another, but today I've just been kind of watching just random Fortnite highlight vids for whatever reason. Don't know why, I'm just that bored. But anyway, it got me thinking about the other games that there are outside of Pokemon, and I know purists are like, no, there's no other games besides Pokemon, which, okay, to be fair, you're pretty right. But for those of us that are not Pokemon purists, that don't have the dedication of some other people, what is your favorite game to play outside of Pokemon? And I don't just mean like, oh, I prefer to play the video game instead of the trading card game, or vice versa. I mean, what is your favorite game to play that does not involve Pokemon? For me, now, I've always said, and people that know me know this, I try not to play games outside of Pokemon because I'm one of those people that always wants to be the very best, like no one ever was, at whatever game they play. Like, I can't just half do something. I have to go pretty hard and really try to become good at it. I can't just be not good at a game that I own. I have to try to be good at it. So I tried to stay laser focused on Pokemon just because not only, well, okay, it's not just no, I have to be good at Pokemon. It was more of a, I know myself, I know that I would spend way too much time on those other games, and that was not something that I wanted to do. I still wanted to be able to study, play sports, all of that stuff. So I usually stuck to Pokemon, but the one game that really did get me to stray from Pokemon, besides Super Smash Bros., because let's be real, everybody played that at one point or another, was Left 4 Dead. And I really enjoy Left 4 Dead. That was something that I'm able to play with all of my friends. It's just something that's like, hey, want to play Left 4 Dead? Oh yeah, sure. And it's a game that all four of you can just hop on wherever you are as long as you have internet connection. Like Jolt and I, we are a couple hundred miles away, but occasionally it's just like, hey, want to play some Left 4 Dead? Yeah, sure. So it's a very cool way to like reconnect and play games with friends even though you're not right there with them. So yeah, I'd have to say Left 4 Dead is my favorite non-Pokemon game. Let me know what your guys' favorite non-Pokemon game is in the comment section down below. Love to hear what other games you guys are playing besides our favorite game, Pokemon. But anyway, onto the deck. Like I said, it is centered around Naganadel-GX with the Beast Ray. Does 20 damage for each of your Ultra Beasts in play. And if I'm being completely honest, I do think that the fighting version of this deck is better because, I mean, first of all, it gets Buzzwole, and Buzzwole is so good right now, but also Baby Buzzwole, which is a more reliable backup attacker, or non-EX or GX attacker than, well, this deck, which, I mean, normally would run Dusk main. I actually am not running Dusk main in this one just because, well, first of all, I don't have it, but I decided not to run this Dusk main just because of other reasons. I mean, it was really just kind of clogged up the deck for me, and I'd rather just be like, you know what, this deck isn't meant to be super competitive, it's just meant to be another way to play Metal Box. So if you are planning to use this and planning to use this frequently, I would definitely say throw in a tech copy of the baby Duskmane Solgaleo so that you don't just lose to Hoopa, because this deck just straight up loses to Hoopa or Ninetales, like I'm being completely honest here. But it's still, I mean, I still enjoy it, and I haven't run into Hoopa or Ninetales all that much, so it's not that big of a deal to me. But if you guys do plan to use this more often, then I would definitely tech in one copy of baby Duskmane, just so that you have options against that deck. But yeah, so really the whole premise of the deck is just get Naganadel in play with a single energy, and then fill up your field with Ultra Beast. Does 120 damage. If you have a field full of Ultra Beasts, and with things like Ultra Space and Ultra Ball, you're able to get your Ultra Beasts out and fill your bench very, very easily and very, very quickly. So yeah, you're hitting for 120 for one energy very consistently, at least 120. And then you have things like Beast Ring to power up stuff in the background, to where Naganadel, once it's able to finally get knocked out, then you just use Beast Ring, power up your Dusk mains, and then just start taking big knockouts to win the game. So that's really the whole premise of the deck. Just attack for 1 energy for 120 with Naganadel, and then clean up with Dusk main, and then you have tech other Ultra Beasts in the deck just for any other situations that might arise. If your opponent is running a mainly special energy deck, you can use Xurkitree. If your opponent is playing a lot of special energies and you want to discard them, and you don't just want to stall, then you can have Kartana to get rid of that. And then, of course, Dawnwing's Necrozma to be able to just invade and retreat so that we don't get stuck in things like paralysis, sleep, etc., etc. So, yeah, I mean, that's really the deck's just very straightforward in what the idea is around it. Just power up, get a Naganadel out, fill your deck with Ultra Beast, power up Ultra Necrozma, or not Ultra Necrozma, Dawnwings. I've literally gone through all of the other Necrozmas except for the one I actually want to talk about. Power up a Dusk main. That's what this thing is. Man, I'm just warning you guys. I'm going to be mixing up these two, especially because they're in the same deck together. Power up a Dusk main in the background, and then clean it up. And then clean up the game with it once Naganadel or multiple Naganadel go down. So, like I said, very straightforward. Just going to go into the Pokemon and why we only have one of the tech copies of Xurkitree and Kartana, just because they are Ultra Beasts that you don't necessarily attack with this in this deck. I mean, you can. That's why we are running this specific unit energy, because we're able to power up Naganadel, Kartana, or Xurkitree with it. But at the same time, Xurkitree is mainly just for stalling if you need to. If you need to against decks that run a lot of special energy. Kartana is an enhanced hammer that also is an Ultra Beast, so that's pretty nice. 2 copies of Duskmane as a backup attacker, 2 copies of Dawnwings for that invade and retreat, like I said, and then 3 of Poipole and Naganadel, just because main attacker want to have as many of them as possible. And then we have 1 single copy of Tapu Lele, just because, like I said earlier, with Ultra Beasts, they have plenty of ways of getting them out. Like, Ultra Space and Ultra Ball are very, very good at continually getting Ultra Beasts out and getting them with and filling up your bench with some consistency. So you really don't need Bridget at all. But then again, Tapu Lele is just way too good to not use in this deck. So that's why there's still a tech copy in there. And play it very carefully, because that bench spot, Lele is probably not going anywhere for usually the entire game, unless your opponent tries to Guzma it up, but usually they're just going at your attackers. But Lele takes up a bench spot, and that is 20 damage, which might not seem like a lot, but in some cases, it definitely is. So Lele's there because it's so powerful, but be very, very careful with how you play it. As for the items for Beast Ring, just because, I mean, we are running a deck of Ultra Beasts, we really rely on Beast Ring. Once a Naga goes down, then we Beast Ring to power up all of our other attackers. 2, Field Blower, because Choice Bands in particular are annoying. Not so much Garbodor, but Choice Bands are really, really annoying to deal with. 1 Rescue Stretcher and 1 Super Rod as recursion. Just this gets back Pokemon, this gets back Metal Energy, because you might have to discard them early, and Beast Ring can only get them from the deck, so it's very important to have a deck full of energy when you need Beast Ring to be active. 4 of Ultra Ball and Ultra Space, just for maximum get our Ultra Beasts out ASAP. And then my usual 4-3-3 line of Cynthia and Sycamore, just what I'm comfortable with, and 3 Guzmas. So, I mean, just a very, very standard line of supporters from me. I felt no need for straying from that at all. Works for me, and I just kind of went with it. 3 Choice Bands to boost the damage output, because Naganadel can actually hit for 180 damage. If you have a full field of Ultra Beasts, you attach a Choice Band and a Beast Energy. Suddenly, Naganadel is hitting 180 damage for a single energy, which is absolutely insane. But other than that, still hitting for 150 is very nice, and then also goes on to Duskmane if we need it to take a KO on like a Metagross GX or something like that. And then 2 Float Stones for the Invade and Retreat, and also just for free retreat when we need it. And then as for the energy, we are running a very high number of the regular metal. I would run more like DCEs, but Beast Ring only gets basic energy, so that's why I wanted to have a very high number of basic energy in the deck. That way, usually I can rely on my deck having at least 3, if not 4, basic energies in it at any given time for Beast Ring to be active, because I need at least one in order for this deck to function properly, and like I need to be able to play at least one Beast Ring in order for this deck to work, but playing 2 would really swing things in my favor, so that's why I like having a high number. 3 of this unit energy because it powers up all of our attackers, 2 DCE for Naga and potentially Xurkitree and Lele, but really it's just kind of a, well, I mean, it works. Naganadel hits for a DCE, or hits for Colorless, and it kind of helps out with Jet Needle, stuff like that. So, I mean, it kind of works, so that's why there's 2 of those. And then 1 Beast Energy would run more, but unfortunately it is a Prism Star because it is so freaking powerful. But that being said, rambled for way too long. Let's go ahead and see this deck in action. Alrighty, we've found one against a Absol 0909 with a Dark and Water deck, so... yeah, no idea. I mean, odds are it's going to be some sort of Zoroark. And yeah, that'll be pretty solid, I suppose. I mean, I'm not sure how this matchup specifically goes, but I don't know. We'll find out. See how it goes for us. And yeah, pretty good start overall. Able to start with a, wow, this is a phenomenal start actually, because I'm able to get multiple Ultra Beasts down, and even energy up one of them, get a Float Stone onto my Dawn Wings, and then still have a Cynthia for next turn, or for this turn rather. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get the Choice Band down, try to maybe bait out him knocking, or bait out a Field Blower. Maybe he'll try to get rid of my Choice Band as opposed to either the Ultra Space or the Float Stone. Basically make him make a decision about what he wants to Field Blower away. And he is going to go ahead and grab a Zorua. I want to try to target that thing down ASAP, because Zoroarks are going to be what is the issue against me. Then he is just going to go ahead and Cynthia. That's fine. Play down an a baby Yveltal. I have not seen that in a very long time. Plays down another Remoraid. Honestly, that's okay with me. I should be able to take a knockout this coming turn. Will I? Because, okay, he does, I mean, he uses my Ultra Space, but I mean, that's good for him, able to see what's in his deck. So let's go ahead and, okay, I could try to do something cheeky with my Field Blower. Maybe get rid of my own Ultra Space, but then I wouldn't have enough cards for a supporter, for a draw supporter. So you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Grab my Naganadel. Go ahead and just guarantee myself that knockout. Play that down. And then I have a knockout on board. I can always just knock out the Remoraid. But then that frees up Zorua for next turn and to actually evolve into a Zoroark. And I think the way to go about this is to just prevent my opponent from getting Zoroark set up, because if I can just knock those out, then that will be what I think will win me the game. So let's go ahead and Lele for a Guzma. Go ahead and grab that so I can go ahead and take out the Zorua. Yeah, this limits what I can hit for, but I don't know. I think as long as I just keep knocking out these Zorua, I should be good. Then let's energy up the Dusk main and knock out the Zorua with, yeah, just go ahead and knock out the Zorua with my Naganadel. So pretty solid start, I think. I took a prize, and now my opponent doesn't have any Zorua up. Yes, he can go into the Yveltal, but I actually also knocked out one of his DCEs, which is very good for me. He is going to go ahead and bring that Zorua right back out, which is, I mean, that's the right play. Just go ahead and do that, get a Zorua down, and then he's going to Evo Soda into an Octillery. Luckily not able to go into a Zoroark because he just played the Zorua down, so that's pretty nice for us. And then able to Abyssal Hand. If he did not have the second Remoraid down, what I might have done was just knocked out his Remoraid that he left active, because then like that would just prevent him from having an Octillery. And Octillery is insanely good, all things considered. I mean, Octillery just able to get multiple of those, and he's going to Reverse Valley. Yeah, he's going to Reverse Valley. I'll be able to get rid of his Reverse Valley with my Ultra Space very soon. Oh, sorry. I got buzzed and was responding, or not responding, I was just checking to make sure that nothing had happened, but we are all good. Let's go ahead and get rid of his Reverse Valley with my Ultra Space. Grab a... Do I want another Duskmane or do I want a Naganadel? What should I do? Okay, so both my DCs are in the deck. Let's grab a Duskmane. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Grab that thing, play it down, and then I can just Cynthia for a brand new hand. Unfortunately... Yeah, I don't even get my Beast Energy, but what I was going to say is, unfortunately, I cannot knock out the Yveltal. If I had a Beast Energy and a... If I had a Beast Energy and I did not have the Lele down, then I would have been able to knock out this Yveltal in one hit, but regardless, he is going to be able to get another hit off on me with a Choice Band, with a Choice Banded Oblivion Wing, which is honestly not fun at all. It's very unfortunate, actually. And then he's going to Artillery for a couple more cards. That is fine with me. I think I'm in a good spot, because now Yveltal is close to going down. It'll go down in another turn. Zoruas, I mean, they're starting to get powered up, but I might be able to take them out. My Solgaleo, or not Solgaleo, my Duskmane is very close to being able to come in and take a big one-hit knockout. He does actually go for a Mind Jack Zoroark, which is interesting. Is my opponent just not playing any GXs at all? Because if so, that's a... And he gets the Reverse Valley, which... that's really annoying that he got the Reverse Valley again. Because now I'm in range of another Choice Banded Oblivion Wing, and I never thought I'd say that using this deck. But we get... we top deck a Cynthia. Let's go ahead and... Let's energy up my Poipole. Let's play that there. First, let's play the Float Stone onto the Lele. And then let's Cynthia away my hand, try to get a fresh one, see what I can get. And there's the Beast Energy. If I had that... Actually, if I had that last turn, I would have been able to knock out the Yveltal, but unfortunately I did not get that. So let's go ahead and Ultra Ball, get rid of the Metal Energy and the Rescue Stretcher. Really don't think I'm going to need that for another Naganadel, just so I can get this damaged Naganadel out of the active spot. Because then my opponent will not be able to just... Well, my opponent will have to Guzma in order to take it out. So I'm going to rush in, or invade, sorry, with my Dawn Wings, retreat into my fresh Naganadel, and then knock out his Yveltal with a Beast Raid. So now we are in a good spot. We took 2 prizes. My opponent does have a Mind Jack Zoroark set up, but no, I'm not. I need the Beast Energy in order to one-shot that thing. Yeah, I need to have a Beast Energy in order to one-shot that thing. He's going to go ahead and put a Choice Band. Is that going to knock me out? Because with 160, 190, 200, I think he's actually going to be just 10 damage short of knocking me out. No, he gets rid of my Beast Energy. That is very, very bad, because I need that in order to one-shot the Zoroark. I do draw into a hand that I can use, and it's just a matter of whether or not I want to fish for that. Do I want to fish for that Beast Energy, or do I just want to attach and go for a 2-hit KO? He's going to get another Mind Jack Zoroark up, which is scary, but this Naganadel should live through the turn. Actually, what can I do? So, actually... Let's see, let's go ahead. I think I might fish for the Beast Energy. Does he knock me out? Not quite. He is 10 damage short. And let's go ahead and get the Ultra Space, Choice Band up this active Naganadel, and then let's Cynthia search for that Beast Energy. Oh, no. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I could have just attached the DCE and that would have one-shotted. Oh my god, I am so stupid. I am so stupid. I apologize for saying the actual OMG, but that was... I literally saw the play as Cynthia went down. I should have just attached that DCE because the damage for Naganadel's second attack is not affected by resistance. Oh man, I should have... Oh, that was stupid. That was so stupid. Man, I can't believe that. Like, I saw the play as I played down my Cynthia. As that Cynthia hit the board, I saw that I should have just attached the DCE. Because, I mean, that's the whole reason I attached the unit energy to Naganadel in the first place. was so that I could potentially use Jet Needle if I needed it, but ooh, that's painful. That hurts a lot. That really hurts a lot. Oy vey. But, I mean, well, he's going to foul play. What's he going to do? Is he just going to knock me out? Oh, he goes for that. Well, I mean, I guess that it really... I guess that it doesn't make a difference anyway whether I took that knockout or not, and now that Zoroark is just closer in range of me being able to knock it out with something else, so I guess go me, question mark? So I'm going to go ahead and just play my Ultra Space, just thin out my deck a little more, increase the odds that I draw into something good, and unfortunately, now my opponent's down to 2 prizes, and I have 2 very heavily damaged Naganadel, so that was an excellent foul play by my opponent. In fact, one of the better foul plays I think I've ever played against. I mean, I've seen very good foul plays in like tournament games, in real life tournament games, but I don't think I've ever actually seen a foul play used to that extent, like just being able to, well, in a match against me in particular, and of course it has to be on online because I don't play IRL. But yeah, let's go ahead and just Meteor Tempest, knock out this Zoroark, break, and take a prize. There's the Beast. What? Oh, I guess what you do is you shuffle all the cards back into your deck and put them into your prizes. That makes sense. But, so right here, he's not quite... Okay, he's going to Guzma up something. He's probably just going to Guzma up the very damaged Naganadel and knock it out with Oblivion Wing. So it's a matter of what do I do this coming turn. He does get another Zoroark break, so that means I can't attack with my Dusk main anymore or it will go down. And my opponent, quite frankly, is playing this brilliantly. I'm not even going to mince words about it. I mean, he's playing this exceptionally well. He does knock out my Naganadel. I mean, he got the damage that he needed, and then he got the damage that he needed and took out, and then took us down to 3 prizes to where my Nagas are both in range very soon. So I get... Okay, so yeah, I didn't get to use Beast Ring at all this game. So what I think I'm going to have to do... How do I want to do this? So if I had the DCE in my hand... So if I had the DCE, what I could have just done is attach to Lele and then knocked Zoroark break out. But I think what I have to go off of is just pray that he does not have a 3rd Reverse Valley and another Choice Band, because I think he's gone through a decent amount of Choice Bands this game. Let's Beast Energy up the Poipole. And yeah, I mean, now we just have to pray that he doesn't have Beast Energy and Choice Band. Or not Beast Energy, I have the Beast Energy. Pray that he does not have the Reverse Valley and the Choice Band, because if he has both of those, then we just straight up lose. And hopefully he's ran out, because if he doesn't have both of those, he can't knock me out. And also, if I had the DCE, I would have been able to knock out the Zoroark with Lele, and that could have won me the game. But... Okay, so 2 Reverse Valleys and 2 Choice Bands down. So let's hope that he only plays 2 Reverse Valleys. Because, I mean, I think I should be good to go otherwise. He is going to go ahead and grab the Zorua and then just Sycamore. Okay, he has 4 cards left in his deck. He has to have literally both the Reverse Valley and the Choice Band or I lose. There's a Reverse Valley, so he plays 3. And he got the Choice Band. So, I mean, that was a lucky ending for my opponent, but quite frankly, he deserved it with how well he played. I mean, I made a misplay early on, which actually didn't end up mattering, because I would have just been an extra prize that I wouldn't have been able to take. I don't know, it was a weird game, actually. Just because I didn't take the knockout on the Zoroark, and that was a misplay. But then his GX attack turned my misplay into something that allowed me to take another prize the next turn. And then I was able to... Well, and then my opponent drew the Choice Band and the Reverse Valley to win the game. So, I mean, just a weird game overall. I mean, my opponent played excellently. I cannot say that enough. And unfortunately, we did go down to them. I mean, had we got another turn, we would have won that next turn. But, yeah, I mean, that was a good first game, but let's go ahead and try to find another one where I can hopefully come back with this deck. Alrighty, we found another one against Baker Ricab with a pure water deck, so it's not Glaceon Greninja. I mean, could it just be like a regular Greninja GX deck? I mean, that's what I would think, because I mean, I'm not sure what else would be pure water, and if it was Glaceon, it'd have to have a normal type, because, you know, Eevee, I mean, unless they were running a really bad Glaceon deck, but yeah, really not sure what my opponent is running, and what? Well, speaking of things that I haven't seen in a long time, I mean, I saw Baby Eviltal last game. Now I'm seeing... Is this Greninja Break? That's hilarious. I have not seen Greninja Break in a very long time. My opponent does start Froakie, and I actually start with something that's really nice. Unfortunately, wow, voice crack. Unfortunately, I'm not running the fighting version of this deck that I used a while ago, because otherwise I'd be able to take advantage of Brooklet Hill and then be able to take advantage of Ultra Space, which would just kind of be a double whammy without even having to go for an Ultra Ball. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab a Poipole with the Ultra Space, play that sucker down, Ultra Ball, get rid of the Unit Energy and a Float Stone. Really don't think I'm going to need both of those for a Dawn Wings. That way I have the free retreat, play down the Dawn Wings, energy up the Poipole. Do I want to Float Stone just yet, or do I want to hold on to it? I think I'm just going to hold on to it, and I'm actually going to hold on to my hand as I do have the Naganadel, and I'd rather just make sure that I have the knockout next turn and also keep the Float Stone just in case my opponent does have a Field Blower to get rid of my Ultra Space. Basically, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't leave myself with my Duskmane stranded. So my opponent does get a Frogadier and a Starmie. I was kind of banking on the fact that my opponent didn't have much of a hand, and he actually gets rid of 2 Greninja Break with that Sycamore. That is incredible for me. And yeah, I'm not sure how this matchup goes. Honestly, I have not played Greninja Break, and there's the Field Blower, so that is exactly why I did not want to play my Float Stone, because with that Field Blower, he would have been able to get rid of the Float Stone, and my Duskmane would have been stranded. He only gets 1 Frogadier off of that, which is phenomenal for me. The fact they only got 1 Frogadier off that water duplicates means that I'm definitely still in this game. And ooh, so let's just go ahead, and I could play the Beast Energy, but Enhanced Hammer is way too easy. I mean, the fact that he just played it tells me all I need to know. So I'd rather just save the Beast Energy for knocking out a Greninja when I need it, and then, like, yeah, let's just take the small knockout on the Frogadier. The second I can take out that other Frogadier, that means that I will be able to win the game. Unfortunately, nothing worthwhile that I can rescue Stretcher for. And he puts up the other Frogadier with, if I can get 2 more Ultra Beasts in play with my Beast Energy, I will be able to one-shot a Greninja, which will be actually really, really nice for me, just because I can take that thing out immediately. He is going to go ahead and play a Splash Energy and a Brooklet Hill. Gets a Froakie down. Honestly, that's fine with me. Really, really wishing again that I was playing the fighting version, because then I would have a full bench of Ultra Beasts at this point, well, this coming turn, because I would have been able to take advantage of the Brooklet Hill once again, get at least 1 Buzzwole, if not a Baby Buzzwole instead. In fact, I would 100% get a Baby Buzzwole, because that thing hits insanely hard. And he is going to water duplicates once again, get another Frogadier back in, and top deck an Ultra Space. That works out really nicely for me, so let's just go ahead and do that. Grab another Poipole, because I think that Naganadels are just going to be my way of winning this game. And I'm not playing the Beast Energy. I'm holding on to that thing, even though there's only 1 in the deck and the likelihood of me drawing into it again is very low. I'm just going for it. And then I actually top deck a Kartana, which is beautiful, because it lets me get rid of that Splash Energy, which would have saved his Frogadier. But now I'm just going to go ahead and knock that thing out with a Beast Raid. And yeah, we're in a great spot. I get another Naganadel off of my prizes. And this game is going very, very well for us. If I can... how do I want to do this? So he's going to Field Blower, going to get rid of my Float Stone and the Ultra Space. That's fine with me, as I do have... I mean, I'm all set up at this point, so I really don't need to worry about Ultra Space or things like that helping me set up. I mean, granted, I do like my Naganadel, but I'll be able to play that anyway. And he does get the Greninja. So I need that Beast Energy in order to be able to one-shot this thing. Because otherwise it will not be... Otherwise it won't be much good at all. And he does actually go for a Shadow Stitching. I mean, that really doesn't help all that much. Because, yeah, I'm just able to Unit Energy the Poipole, I think. Or do I want to keep attaching to Dusk main so that I can one-shot a Greninja Break? You know what? Let's just stream the Beast Raids, because I can always Beast Ring in order to power up a Dusk main later. And then I'm just going to go ahead and keep bringing up the Froakies, because the more I can just save my one-hit, like the more I can just take one-hit knockouts, the closer I'll be to winning the game. Because Greninja Break, I do not want to have to two-shot that thing. I would like to just one-shot that with my Solgaleo, not Solgaleo, my Necrozma, rather than having to two-shot it with 2 consecutive Beast Raids. So I'm gonna try to stave off that as long as possible and just take the knockouts on things that I can, because a Froakie is worth as many prizes as a Greninja Break. So with that being the case, I mean, just knocking one out, yes, this did allow him to get a Greninja Break, but the more Greninja Breaks that I deny, the better things will go. And yeah, I mean, 1 Greninja Break is very scary, but 2 Greninja Breaks is where he can start coming back, because those 2 Giant Water Shurikens will add up very, very quickly. And 2 Giant Water Shurikens plus a... I don't even remember what it's called, but Moonlight Slash, there we go. 2 Giant Water Shurikens plus a Moonlight Slash will knock out anything on my team and take 2 prizes, so I just need to deny that. I need to keep him at 1 Greninja as long as possible. Get the Beast Energy. Not really necessary at this point, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and energy up my Dawn Wings, and then hit the Greninja for 120. This means that he has to Giant Water Shuriken something in order to... Well, he has to Giant Water Shuriken something else, and he can't just Giant Water Shuriken this thing to knock it out. So... yeah, I mean, it forces an attack if he wants to take a knockout this turn, to where he won't be able to take advantage of 2 prizes if he's able to get those. And now Greninja Break is heavily damaged, but not quite down yet. So he's going to Giant Water Shuriken. He's probably going to target down the other Naganadel. Yeah, that is the smart play, because then a Moonlight Slash is now able to take it out if you return the energy to your hand, which is a very smart play. And then he is going to Moonlight Slash once again, save the energy, as he knows he's going to go down and knock out my Naganadel. So now I can just promote my other Naganadel. He's not close to having another Greninja Break set up, so I'm in a great position. I can go ahead and just keep powering up my Dawn Wings, or Dawn Wings Dusk main. Dawn Wings is right next to it. Let's just go ahead and see what all's left in my deck. That is fine with me. And let's Cynthia. I'm not going to play down my other Dusk main just because I do kind of want to get a Poipole, which I should be able to get right here. Let's get rid of the Xurkitree because I really don't need it, and the N, as it's not going to help me grab that other Poipole that I can just play right down and then hopefully evolve. This will be, well, next turn will probably be when I play the Beast Energy, because then he might be, if he has like a rare candy, he can get into a Greninja. But yeah, let's just knock out the Greninja Break, take a prize. It is a Field Blower that can work for getting rid of his Brooklet Hill. And now, I still think I'm in a really good spot, but if he does have the, ooh, he has a Splash Energy and an N, that's big, because I don't have anything good right now. He does just get an Energy, and I still don't get my Beast Rings. I'd really like my Beast Rings in order to be able to, you know, power things up. Particularly my Dawn Wings, that way, because Bubble's the only way he can get out of this. But he does get a heads-off Bubble. Yes, I know what Bubble does. I know what Paralyze does. And yeah, there's no way to get out of it, so I'm just going to attach an Energy. And then N, pray that I draw into a Beast Ring, maybe? No. And the irony of that situation is, had I not even attached that Energy, had I done the risky play of just trying to draw into something, then I would have been able to attach the DCE. rush in, or invade and retreat, and this gives my opponent an extra turn, which with a heavily damaged Naganadel is not good. He does go for a bubble again, gets another heads. That's kind of annoying. But what I'm going to do is attach that DCE and then play my Ultra Space, see what I can get. If there is anything that I want, let's grab the Naganadel so that I have another potential attacker available for me, should I need that, and then Sycamore away my hand. Get a Beast Ring, or the Beast Energy, but still no Beast Ring. Where the heck are all my Beast Rings? I know they're in the deck. I've seen them in the deck. But yeah, I'm just going to invade and then manually retreat, discard that DCE, go back into my Naganadel, and then just knock out this. Actually, yeah, there's only one Beast Ring in my discard pile. Where are all my Beast Rings? I'd really like those right now. Let's Field Blower actually get rid of my Ultra Space and my Choice Band, because I don't need either of those, and I really just want to like limit the cards that I can potentially draw off an end to maximize my chances of drawing something good. So let's just go ahead and knock out this Froakie, and now, well, there's the Beast Ring. So my opponent has to end me and get another bubble heads in order to keep from losing this coming turn. Because if he does that, then he can potentially... If he just potentially locks me out and I can't draw into my energy, then he will be able to win. But I should have enough Beast Rings, and my opponent gets another heads. Man, he is 3 for 3 on bubble heads. I am very, very glad that I have an invade Pokemon with my Dawn Wings, because otherwise I'd literally just be sitting here not able to do anything as my opponent just continually bubbles. So I mean, very glad that Dawn Wings is coming to my... is saving me at this point, so I will just be able to invade, retreat, and then Meteor Tempest, because like I always say, there's no kill like overkill. Let's just decimate that Froakie for getting 3 straight bubble heads against me and take our final prize and win the game. So yeah, I mean, those were 2 very solid games against cards and decks that I have not seen in a very, very long time. So yeah, that's going to be the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And this is Styx signing out. Why not? See you guys.